message do you have for aspiring members to the European Union, such as Moldova or Ukraine? What should they be doing economically, socially, politically, diplomatically?
Well, on the one hand, there are, of course, very clear-cut requirements formulated by the European Union that you have to comply to. That's not, you can't evade them in a way. As far as I remember, the European Union has been very soft in interpreting these requirements to build a bridge for East European countries. So why should that apply for the Ukraine or Moldavia? On the other hand, there are some requirements you cannot debate about, constitutional questions or questions of human rights, or you have to convince your people, and you have to convince everybody in your country that it's good for you, and that that it's good to adjust, and also that it's not just a matter of getting money, but also that it's a task to become part of a larger European Union, and it takes a lot of efforts for you to become a creative and an active member of the European Union, and not just a passive receiver of grants and whatever. So becoming a member should turn you or transform you into an active one, into one that also contributes to thinking about what European future should look like.
First of all, do you believe in the continued European expansion to the Balkans, to Moldova, Ukraine? And second, what messages of encouragement would you have for such countries?
From the experience of these last decades, it was a very positive evolution to see Europe grow in that way. And I also see how that has strengthened the European Union, has given it a size and a shape that is positive. On the other hand, this enlargement also came at a price, and the price that was to pay for the new arriving countries. They were put under pressures that beforehand didn't exist. Price also for the Union, because the interests of the different participants in the Union are not always the same, and an enlarged Union has problems of concertation that the smaller Union didn't have. I would still say it was right to integrate, and I'd still say it was a good decision in the past. When we think of new countries that arrive, I think we should be even more careful about the willingness and ability of these countries to be politically and socially part of the European Union, which comes with obligations, which comes with values. So are these countries really ready for this? And also think the economic consequences through for the countries and for the Union. So I would still say new countries should be integrated, but maybe the pace and the care should be slower, and the care should be greater to avoid some of the problems that have been created in the past. And then there's, of course, also a geostrategic question, which is the one that you already touched upon. Where does the realm of Europe stop? And where does the influence zone of Russia start? And I don't think that we should enter into a new Iron Curtain scenario with confrontations, geostrategic confrontations, and buffer states that somehow define the influence zones of the one and the other side.
50% of Moldova is emigrated somewhere either in the European Union or in the Soviet Union. And same thing with Ukraine. So from this country's point of view, it's an economic lifeline for them to be somehow attached to the European Union, either through exports, imports, or through remittances. And regarding the expansionism, which Russia can see as a confrontation.
Yes. I think the relation with Russia should be a fair and open one. We must keep in mind how we feel about some of the Russian initiatives in their zone and in their zone of influence, diplomatically, economically, and politically well thought step. This is how I see it.
Germany has experience dealing with Russia with the 4+2 reunification, but even before Eastern Germany, GDR was occupied by the Soviet.
Entirely, yes.
Still, these are democratic countries: Moldova, Ukraine, Georgia. To what should Russia have a veto power? Because they have a circa 5% minority in one of these countries.
From my point of view, this does not apply.